Hi guys, Andrew here, bringing you a new video from the new Formula 1 2013 game. Thought I'd start off things for 3 laps, 3 topics on F1 2013 with a bit of classic modes. So we're racing in Damon Hill's 1996 Williams around Imola, a track I haven't driven myself probably since, I'm going to have a guess at the F1 2005 game back on the PS2. Apologies for the audio, it's a little bit dodgy. My capture card doesn't seem to like F1 2013 at the moment, but it's something I'm working on. But I wanted to get some new videos out for you guys to show you the new game. We get a pretty good start, straight around Villeneuve, Irvine and Nigel Mansell, and straight into the lead. It seems that getting that feel of the throttle off the line is much more important on this game, which I think it's good because it's an important part of the start. You don't just seem to be able to, if you floor the throttle, it'll just give you a lot of wheel spin. It's just something I'd picked up early off the game. Anyway, 3 laps, 3 topics. If you're new to the series, basically there's a 3-lap race that you're watching and I talk about 3 different things on each lap. So lap 1, little Korean GP review. If you didn't watch the race, stick your fingers in your ears right now. Sebastian Vettel won again, as I predicted. Not that that was with any skill. My driver of the day, a second win of Andrew's driver of the day in recent races, was Nico Hülkenberg. Absolutely stunning job by him and Sauber this weekend. They've really got that car running very well, and to soak up all that pressure from all those world champions behind him. I think he's, as I've said before on these videos, I think Hülkenberg's really stepped up and showed his maturity this year. And Sauber have probably benefited from the change on the tyres. They had the best, they may not have had the quickest car, but they had probably the best tyre wear of any team last year with the 2012 tyres, and clearly that benefit has returned. So lap 2, I'm going to talk about tyres. If you didn't see, Sergio Perez suffered another puncture, which Pirelli have blamed on him locking up, going into turn 1 and putting too much stress through a tyre that I think had run 20 or 21 laps, a decent amount of laps, and as a result the carcass broke away and he suffered a puncture. I get the feeling though that the drivers have really had enough with this. Alonso was critical of Pirelli. Paul Hembry, in my opinion, I respect Paul Hembry. I think he does a very difficult job, especially this season. But I think turning around to someone and saying what he basically said, I'm paraphrasing a bit here, but basically said to Alonso, oh, maybe you should go and get some tips off Sebastian Vettel because he seems to be coping just fine, which I felt was a bit of an unnecessary dig at Alonso, which Pirelli have now apologised for, but that just struck me as a bit odd and not the best thing to say. Mark Webber also made a very good point. Yes, Perez locked up, but could it be that he locked up because he had no tread on the tyres left? Because Pirelli aren't providing a tyre that's doing the job. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I know it's something we've talked about before, but I think it's worrying that the punctures now seem to be happening on the 2012 tyres, but worrying times for Pirelli, and they really need to pull the fingers out for next year, which I know I've said before is going to be difficult because they're very restricted on how much they're able to test. Very aware that I'm on lap 3, and I just wanted to give a few thoughts on the Indycar from this weekend. Dario Franchitti had a very bad crash. Glad to hear that he's going to be okay. He does have a fractured spine and I think a broken rib. I might be wrong there. Something else apart from his spine is broken as well. Really glad to hear that he is going to be able to make a recovery, and also that those injured, the fans and the race organisers in the stands, that they're all going to be okay as well. I must admit I don't know much about the Houston circuit, the street circuit, but it's got to be a worry when you see whole pieces of catch fencing being ripped off and propelled towards the crowd. That's really not good, and especially, I hate to bring it up, but Indycar's recent record, I think that's maybe got to be looked at again. But glad to hear that no one in this case has been seriously injured. So this was a really good race. I really love driving these old cars. I love how you can hold them in great power slides. So if you haven't got the game yet, I really implore you, get your hands on a copy. It's really good. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you want to see and hear more from me, then click the subscribe button. On the screen are 2 videos you may be interested in. On the left is the most recent episode of 3 Laps 3 Topics, the series for all things F1 and motorsport in general, and on the right is another highlights reel from the Vortex Racing Leagues. I've been Andrew the Blade, and until next time, have a nice day.